Well, it's Halloween once again, and as always, I'm reviewing something creepy, something crappy. But for this occasion, I'm equipped with a cane of silver that has the pentagram, sign of the wolf. What a coincidence. It represents my own primitive impulse to curse. But I'm going to try to avoid the curse. Let's see if I could review it with class, dignity, and a clean mouth. Werewolf: The Last Warrior on NES. The opening text describes a mad doctor who's created a band of biomonsters to imprison the planet's population, and the only one who can stop it is a werewolf. That is quite magnificent. Considering this is 1990, I would say that's a pretty satisfying introduction to a game. You're telling me I'm going to play as a werewolf with blades for arms? Well, sign me up. Oh, come on now. This is how the game begins? You're just thrown into a one-on-one button masher beat-em-up? This makes Double Dragon Mode B look like a masterpiece. And would you know, the controls are swapped. B jumps, A attacks. Have they played another NES game? That's not how it works. They put all this effort into the cutscenes, giving it this brilliant comic book aesthetic. They know how to look nice, but don't know the difference between left and right. Kind of person who wears a real sharp tuxedo, but with their shoes on the wrong feet. As human, your only attack is this lousy punch, but soon enough when you touch a red W, you turn into the wolf. Wait, hang on a second. Don't knock? Well, I was gonna knock, but now I'm not. Thanks for clearing that up. I would have never known not to knock. How would I knock? There's not even anything to knock on. What is it pointing to? There's nothing there. And this sign keeps showing up again and again. So it must be important, right? But how could it be if you can't knock, but don't knock? No problem, I won't. By the way, the character's name is Werewolf. At first I thought it was a typo. I thought they meant to say the werewolf. But no, it's intentional. The character's name is Werewolf. That'd be like if you called Mario Plumber. They went through all the effort to have this awesome design and these blade arms and everything, and then they couldn't come up with a better name than Werewolf? I'm not kidding, I counted. They say it 6 times. 6 times! But hey, here's the thing. Don't knock it, if you will. The manual calls him Werewolf, which is so much better. And in the comic book, yes, there was a comic that came with the game. On the first page, they clarify that his human name was Werewolf. But now that he's a badass blade-armed wolf, he's just Werewolf. Wow, they went above and beyond by including a comic book, all just for a dumb name like that. You know, I hear Dracula's changing his name to Vampire. Of all the stupid things, that is really friggin' stupid. I'm gonna lose myself, and I'm only in the first level. This werewolf, formerly known as Werewolf, has so many awkward moves to pull off, like this wall climb. All it does is get me stuck like a fly on flypaper. And please explain this to me. Why does he need to climb a ladder when he can climb the walls? Makes the ladder seem a little rather superfluous, don't you think? A and B does a backflip, which is rarely useful, and then there's a ceiling grab. You have to jump with B, and then press up and A simultaneously at the precise moment you touch the ceiling. This werewolf does so much crazy stuff, the only thing he can't do is knock. If you touch a blue W, you turn back into human, or should I say back into werewolf. So now you're 1,000 times weaker, but you're probably thinking, there must be some benefit to human form, right? Well, to answer that, no, there isn't. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. Nobody wants to be Jekyll. He sucks. And I'm sorry to mention that putrid game again. It's not meant to be a running joke. It's a running curse. Oh, and what happens when you touch the blue W while human? Guess what? You take damage. That's just great. Ugh, what's up with these laser showers? I just get zapped to death. I tried waiting for a pattern, I tried crawling, I tried running, jumping, nothing. I figured the best bet is to just take damage, hoping to make it through, but there are so many lasers I'm never gonna survive. And that's that. It's only stage 1, and I can't make it through. You just backflip through it? You just backflip through it. Well, forget this game! Who are you?
The game bit you, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Did you curse yet?
No, I haven't cursed yet in this episode.
Even the nerd who is pure at heart and says no curse may become a swearwolf when he boils with rage and the game gets worse.
I destroyed a game. I tell you, a plain, ordinary game. Stage 2 takes place on the street, so now he's like a street brawler werewolf. Sure, whatever. But then you go down and take a guess. Take a wild guess where you end up. In the sewers. Do you think there's enough NES games that have sewers? How much more cliche can you get? Oh my god, bats? Bats in the sewers? This is every NES game chewed up and barfed into one pile. Green goop? You know there's always toxic green goop in the sewers. This is giving me Ninja Turtles vibes. Especially with that unreachable jump. Did I just say man? Halfway through the stage, you end up climbing a building like Batman and Robin.
Mamma mia!
Good day, citizen. Don't mind me. I'm here on official business. Once you reach the rooftops, it becomes a labyrinth of steel beams. I mean, look at that. You're telling me I can't go up there? Wait a minute. Did lightning strike me? Yeah, just a random, hey, guess what? You're dead. That's a cheap shot. It's uncalled for. Anywhere you step, you have to memorize where the lightning strikes. And there's a difference between dodging something and just knowing where it is because you've played it so many frickin' times. What game does this remind you of? Do I have to say it again? Do I have to say it? No, I don't. Just thinking about it makes my hair stand on end. Then there's all these leaps of faith, or faithless leaps of death. It looks like you're supposed to go down, but you just drop and die. But then there's times when you're pretty sure you're gonna die, but there's no other options left, so you give it a shot, and it works. Like, how was I supposed to know that? It's like you're expected to have some extra senses to just sniff it out. Stage 2 ends with the craziest way I've ever seen to enter a boss fight. You go ziplining, and then fall all the way down, and next thing, you're fighting Juggernaut from X-Men. I don't mean it looks like Juggernaut, it is Juggernaut. This is not like in my Transformers review when I jokingly said that Trypticon is Mechagodzilla. This time, it's like the same character. But no, let's get this straight. This isn't Juggernaut, this is Ironhead. There's been some speculation that this game was originally intended to be an X-Men game because of how similar the characters are. I mean, if you look at Wolverine, you'll see what I'm talking about here. But it's only a rumor. It's not like the final boss is going to be Magneto. Stage 3 starts in the woods until you take another random leap of faith and drop into some sort of base. This is where the game goes from frustrating to downright unplayable. It's that alarm sound. Ah, make it stop. Ah! Oh! This isn't one of those beeps when you're low on health. No. This is just a random alarm for no reason whatsoever. Did someone set off the metal detector or something? What happened? And it's continuous. You hear it throughout the whole stage. What's the point? Somebody was sitting there going, oh, you know what this stage needs? A big, blaring, obnoxious alarm. Because who needs music? And why are these superhero guys calling me a hoe? He's calling me a hoe. But when he's looking the other way, he says, oh, like they literally flipped the graphics. How am I supposed to get over these spikes? Oh, I can zip line. Perfect. Wait, you gotta be kidding me. You're supposed to drop down that hole, which you would think would kill you. And now where do I go? I guess I'm gonna drop down there. No, now you're totally messing with me. Son of a... Ugh! This whole thing is one sick joke! Then you have to dodge lasers while hopping over platforms. But you need to do the backflip, which you can only do as Werewolf. If you're Werewolf, aka human, just give up. Wait a minute. When he lays like a pile of blankets, he looks like Mr. Hyde. Anyway, if you're not Werewolf, you're not passing these lasers. Your best option is to die and start the level over. But no, you can't do that because you have only 5 lives, which means 5 continues. And even then, you backflip through the lasers only to fall in a pit. Oh, that's because the screen doesn't scroll when you backflip. Somebody really fudged that up. Then you jump down another blind pit, and next thing, the boss rushes you immediately. There's no way to avoid it. How cheap is that? It would be like a boxing match where you get punched before the bell rings. No warning, nothing. And then you notice the timer's ticking down. Yes, if you thought life wasn't cruel enough, this game has a time limit.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on! Yes! Did it! Oh, that made me so nervous. Oh.
When you make it to stage 4, you're told that water is the natural enemy of a werewolf. Water? Seriously? Was that ever part of any werewolf lore? Wow. No kidding. But the water kills him as human too, so go figure. Anyway, this is the most hellish waterfall stage of all time. You take 2 steps and something hits you. It's the knockback, man. But it's not just a knockback, it's a knock forward or knock any which way that results in instant death. How about don't knock? And if you even stop for a moment to contemplate what you're gonna do, the twig from the Karate Kid Typhoon stage comes flying over. There's nothing you can do. The fish keep on coming. There's no break, no pattern. They just spam you till you fall. You wait for them to pass, but there's always more. And it doesn't help that every time you die, you go back to being human. The jumps are spaced too far apart, and I haven't forgotten up and B makes you jump extra high, but it only works whenever it feels like it. Ugh, darn! Shoot! But! Fudge!
Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh! Look at me! I'm a werewolf for sake!
This waterfall stage. This is where the game designers decided you are not meant to pass. It's just one big fortified zone.
Oh wait, I did it.
So now I'm reaching the end of stage 4. Hang on, that is a ladder, right? Why can't I climb down? Is it just for decoration? Here, you think I would go right, but that would be too obvious. No, instead you have to go to that broken ladder and drop. Then you fight the stage 4 boss, and by now I realize I barely have any time left on the clock. Get down here. Look at that cheap move. He's staying in the air. He's staying up there to run the clock out. Get down. Get down here. I did it. With 8 seconds left.
Woo! Yeah! You could lick my hairy wolf.
Stage 5 brings out the There are so many jumps, so many enemies ganging up on you, and constant knockbacks. Hey, right there, don't you think I would fall straight down instead of diagonally over? Sometimes, even trying to make a normal jump, you almost have to glitch yourself up there.
As a lycanthrope, I'm not liking this. It's so quiet, it's as if it was designed by Butt Crack Bob. I'd rather eat the hardened cat from a litter box. As a wolf, I might actually like that. But the point is, this game was a bad time.
You'd think I could go right, but no, I have to go up to the higher platform because that slight elevation in height makes such a huge difference. Come on, get up there. No, what the When I say things are impossible, you know, of course, it is possible, which makes it worse because it's an incentive to prolong the suffering. You know how many times I had to restart from the beginning? You don't want to know. You think some extra lives would have helped. Instead, all I find is stuff you don't need, like money. I'm a damn werewolf. What would I need money for? Could you imagine a werewolf walking into a store? And what's this? It looks like the statue from Jekyll and Hyde. There is no doubt Werewolf the Last Warrior is the spiritual successor of Jekyll and Hyde. Two equal planes of existence, and at the nexus of it all, the statue. It marks the spot, the unholy shrine of the gaming world.
But there's no Where's the Maybe the is turned off. Well, I'm off!
And after the statue, you reach a dead end. Oops, wrong way. You might as well just fall and die.
And after you've navigated this mess, you reach the final boss. Yeah, that's right, only 5 stages, but thank
The doctor drinks a potion, yes, once again like Jekyll, and turns into a doppelganger of Werewolf. After some tedious trial and error, you nail down his pattern and beat him. But after that, you wait, and wait, and wait.
I thought I'd seen it all, but here comes a game where after the final boss, nothing happens. Come on.
Then, after 30 seconds and nothing, the ground starts shaking.
Well, we're waiting! Alright, here we go!
It's Magneto. And it's definitely Magneto. Just think, I almost shut the game off when I would have missed the most blatant X-Men ripoff. He is a son of a He throws at you and makes lightning appear. Fights like a The only way to make it through is if you manage to stay in werewolf form and keep up with the pattern flawlessly.
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna win! Yeah! Oh boy! American Werewolf in America! America!
Next time? Next time?
Next time? No. I'm telling you, there's not gonna be a next time. I'm never playing this filth again. I'm so mad I could rip somebody's head off.
The way you walked was nerdy, though no fault of your own. But as the game flushes down the toilet, diarrhea enters the sea. Tears turn to in a predestined end. Now you will have peace of
As a lycanthrope, I'm not liking this. It's so fied, it was as if it was designed by Butt Crack Bob. I'd rather lick the hardened cat from the inside of a